some updates to the border situation. Many people expecting this large caravan to go toward Texas. And as we've seen, they've sent troops down to Texas, put them in tents with no electric. And we've also witnessed a large group penetrate the border of Arizona. They were all arrested. They're not saying that they were connected with the caravan, but it was a large group. And now, in San Diego, opposite Tijuana, we have what they're saying is the first bit of the caravan arriving. And the details of this, interesting, because we already know that almost 100 different people were kidnapped and that the cartels play big in Mexico. Now, I put out a video on the other channel where a reporter from Mexico named Alex down there was saying that his sources were saying more caravans are trying to gather, that the caravans that came through destroyed the stadium. The NFL had to change a game they were going to have there or something because of it, because they destroyed the stadium, and that they started to move north, and that there was other groups that were talking about forming and trying to do the same thing. Now, this group that just made its way into San Diego, and they're saying that this group that just rolled in here, just over 350 people, they joined an initial smaller group of 85 people, mostly members of the LGBT community who experienced discrimination within the main crowd. And they somehow made it through cartel territory unscathed and rather quickly, and they got to the farthest point in terms of trying to get somewhere on our border. This would have been the furthest area. Now, they said they came in 9 buses. They had fencing, razor wire up, but there was no battling, no rocks being thrown. We haven't seen any footage or anything like that. You can just kind of see the troops and even the officers over here that are standing around. Didn't seem to be anything of a major confrontation in terms of this. So even though they put up the razor wire, it's pretty much like these individuals that came through just got, arrested? I would also like to see where they're housing them, where they're going. And they state here that these individuals that hopped up on the wall here stayed mostly on the Mexican side, and they sat on top. I did see a video clip where 2 of them jumped over on the other side, and they picked up the dirt, and the cops just kind of sat there at a distance watching them. They didn't make a move on them. I think they eventually climbed back up and back over to the Mexican side. So there's constantly people there all the time doing stuff like this. This is nothing new. Now that it's getting attention, I think others may be gathering in these areas, just to see what's going on as well. So where this migrant group is going to go is it's going to be interesting, because the mainstream media has put a lot of attention into Texas. Now all of a sudden the first group's popping up in San Diego, in Southern California. All these pockets that match that massive drill the U.S. military participated in just a few years ago, planning for an event just like this. I'll leave links. It's been Dabu7.